Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome once again to the southern wing of the Stink Bug Works. Today, I'm here to show you the very last 1/20th scale Atlas and 1/20th scale short circuit kit in existence. And, stand by, they're going to a fellow named Lee Wool. So Lee, thank you for the very nice letter you sent. I do appreciate it. And here are the last 1/20th scale kits in existence. There. Now, just briefly go over a couple of things. I have this wooden toolbox that had all this stuff in it, and now everything Dremel related is in there. So everything that was in there got thrown onto the bench here, so the bench is a bit of a clutter, but welcome to the real world. I'm almost done with this guy. I bought a piece of aluminum angle to make a bracket to hold these struts, and lo and behold, it was too small, so I ordered another piece that I think will work. I'm wondering if I can find something in a helicopter parts or RC car steering parts that I could make a cool looking angle bracket out of, but I'll just make it out of a hunk of aluminum. So this little guy is ready to go. The radio, I just took a blob of hot melt glue and put it on the servo post and pushed the pins that are here on the plugs into that little blob of glue, and the receiver didn't really want to stick, but it sort of made a shape for it to stay in, so I took a little strip of shrink tube and just held it on there. My thinking about receivers in boats: if you have a receiver in a box, the box is just something to trap water. So I prefer mine open like this. They dry off easier and they take up less space. Plus, I use conformal coating on all my receivers, especially the little tiny tabs that come off of these integrated circuits. That's where corrosion will happen. And if you short out those little tiny tabs, the currents that go through there are so small that it doesn't take much to short them out. So this little guy is ready to go, short of that. Now, Big B mentioned in a video the other day, and I agree with him completely, although how we accomplish the same goal might be a little bit different. But here's the thing. These little grub screws that hold your drive dogs in place oftentimes stick out above the surface of the drive dog. Now, in the real world, does that do anything? Maybe. But it's just kind of a matter of aesthetics. You don't want that thing sticking out over there. So Big B takes his set screws off and grinds them down a little bit and puts them back in. And that works. But do you know how cheap a bag of 50 M3 by 2.5 millimeter grub screws are? These are shorter than the grub screws that come in here. And in fact, you can get these in 2 millimeter lengths. Sometimes they're hard to find in 2 millimeter, but 2.5 millimeter length is will hide most of these things, especially if you've got a flat on your shaft. So there's the thinking on that. Another thing, somebody was asking about prop nuts, and for these cats with counter-rotating props, if you want to have a left-handed nut on the left-hand side. And in a perfect world, why, yes, you do. In an imperfect world, it's not so important. And especially when you're looking at the smaller 2S and 3S power setups. And in fact, a guy by the name of Jay Turner. Now, Jay Turner wrote the book on fast electrics. And I mean, he wrote the book. And what he does on a 1/8 inch shaft is just use a short piece of fuel tubing over the shaft instead of a nut at all. And I've tried it, and it works. And no, you don't worry about losing the prop when you're going full throttle to off. There's just not enough force. Have you ever tried to push one of these things off from the center? It's not easy. So, and it makes for quick prop changes too. You slip this on to slip this off. If you're out testing, boom, 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 boom. Would I use it with 3/16 shafts? Probably not. Would I use it with 4S setups? Probably not. But for these low power setups, and especially the stuff using these 1/8 inch shafts, this, just a piece of fuel tubing, makes a good prop nut. Now, the micro drifter. The micro drifter, I'm probably not going to take the micro drifter out tomorrow. I'm going to take out the tunnel jet for some more testing, and I'm going to take the bat boat out. That's right, boys and girls. We haven't seen the bat boat, and the last time I ran it, first time I ran it, it had nothing on the back. Second time I ran it, it had turn fins on the back, and that helped the bat turn a whole lot, but it would run kind of at a odd angle. So I put trim tabs on it that I can hopefully level that out. So that's something I'll be fooling around with tomorrow, weather permitting. So there you go, boys and girls. A quick update, a quick thank you, a quick plan, and a quick jet out.